I'm Sharonda. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Currently, I'm a makeup artist. My background really is in sales, so that's pretty much what made this kind of easy. I'm a people person, and I just love everything beautiful. So it's kind of like the same as makeup, you know? I can look at someone, and it's like a blank canvas, and then by the time I'm done, they're beautiful. And that's how I feel about houses. I really want to create generational wealth. So I really want to retire my mom and my dad and just start with houses, but then of course I want to do apartments and hopefully commercial. Get my name on one of those big buildings downtown. I think it's gonna help change lives. My life, my family life, and hopefully other people as well. I was doing a little research and they were telling me that I had to pay 20% of my money to actually obtain a property and all of this. And so I started looking up 100% financing as far as hard money lenders. And Do Hard Money came up right away. In life, you have to take risks if you want to see a reward. Because doing nothing would, then I would still be in the same spot, wondering what could have happened. This property is in Union City, Georgia. I think it's a good location because really it's minutes away from the airport. The neighborhood is really quiet. Since we've been working over here, it hasn't been anything just crazy. I've heard horror stories about people coming to steal the contractors' tools and everything else. None of that was my experience. So it's a good location because the neighborhood is pretty good, it's pretty quiet, and it's minutes away from the airport, which is the busiest airport in the world. It was a full rehab because the basement wasn't finished, so there were just beams. There wasn't really a real bathroom, like you could see through the floor. It was a distressed room in the property. He kept his dogs, and they passed away, and one ran away, but the smell, the stench was in the sheetrock. So, right, painting over it didn't do the job. They literally had to get rid of the sheetrock, the flooring, everything, like really tear out the whole room and start over. Basically, so I had 3 estimates, and I chose the best one that was gonna be feasible. But when it came to the communication, because I feel like anything you do is about relationship. And if you can't even communicate with me as far as paperwork, I can't choose you to be my contractor because you're not going to talk to me if I really need you to. So that was one good thing about my contractor. He kept the communication open, which I love. Honestly, there weren't any huge obstacles within this process, only because Do Hard Money is so transparent. So I had a lot of questions, but they would answer them. So it wasn't really super hard to just say, oh my God, this is what held me up. Nothing really held me up. I spent $0.00 to finance this deal. My credit score is pretty okay, high 6s, but I owed something, and Darren, who really helped me, he was like, you can either pay this or you could use someone else, like your mom or something. And we were actually on a road trip. And she was like, yeah, you can use me, because I helped her with her credit just months prior to. So she didn't have anything on her credit. So I was able to use my mom in that process. This was my first deal that I had to finance with Do Hard Money. But I plan on having a lifelong relationship with Do Hard Money. They answer the phone every time I call. Like, they gave me like a VIP line. And then they didn't make me feel like I was just calling, asking crazy questions. They answered them. Even if I was like, hold on, what did you just say? Hold on, I was in the middle of something. Can you tell me what you said again? And they were like, okay. And then they were very knowledgeable too. So if I didn't know, they knew, which I love. My experience with Do Hard Money was really amazing. You know how you see those little commercials and you see people like, yeah, I did this. I feel like one of them because it really happened, like, for real. Because sometimes I look some of those commercials like, yeah, right, they paid you to say that. They didn't. They're like, okay, if you believe in yourself and you got a good deal, then we'll do it. I made $94,100 thanks to Do Hard Money and the good Lord.